welcome to the part 2 of our public speaking and presentation PowerPoint slides, and I would be taking you through the course of this assessment progress. In our last video, we were able to prepare a slide and we were able to come up with, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different slides for your public speaking and presentation that is coming up soon. But there are some things I forgot to show you in that last video, and I'll be sharing that with you before we jump right into today's class as regards this tutorial. So the first thing I forgot to show you was that in all of these slides, remember I told you about different options that are available when you are generating your slides. And I were able to talk about the design pattern, which we were able to come up with this very design. So, and we also said we can actually display it this way, by the way. By the time you press next, it moves to the next slide, and then you're done. Then, of course, you can end slideshow. That's what we did. So now, just to beautify your slides, you may want to do what we call transition. Yeah, so transition here means, how do you want this first page to appear? Do you want it to come up like this? Do you want it to swipe? Do you want it to split? Do you want it to review like this? Do you want it to cut? Do you want it random bear? Do you want it to cover? So many options that are available that you can use, just like these. So many options, so you can just still decide to play around it, just to beautify your slides that you're making. So we have chosen these for that. Then let me go to another one and choose something different. Maybe Ripple. Yes, then I come to the third slide. So as soon as you click each of the slides and you click any transition for it, of course, it goes ahead and makes that effect. Then, of course, you come back and choose so many of them, so many options, just to beautify your slides and all that. Then you can come here and do maybe Zoom, for example. And of course, thank you. Let me look for something else. Yeah. So I think this is beautiful. Then by the time you decide to say, okay, let's put it into action right now, let's play our slides. Then you either click the slideshow or insert. So this is how you have it. Yes, so this is your first slide. When you move to the next slide, this is how it works. Then you move to the next slide, this is how it works. You move to the next one, and of course, you have the last slide. So this is what we were able to do last time, and of course, now I have input what? I've input transition into our slideshow. So those are part of the things you can actually do. So in your own, you can still, of course, go ahead and take advantage of other effects and so on and so forth. So then again, what else can we do for our slideshow? What else can we put? For example, when you are making your presentation, maybe like slide 2, for example, phase 1 talks about design, distribution, and trust graph. And it is very possible that you have a whole lot of things you want to discuss on design, for example. You have a whole lot of thoughts, and you don't want it to show on your slides. You don't want those write-up or those points that you have to show on your slide. Then what can you do to help you remember? This is what you can do. You can actually have a note on your slides. Now, how can you have a note? Then look at the screen. So here we have reading view. We have the slide sorter. Then, of course, we have normal. We have comments. Then we have notes. So here is the note, then you can begin to add or anything you want to add as the note. So for example, the design, we can talk about having different designs. So you might say, okay, mining of the Pi network after 24 hours. That is to say, after 24 hours, the mining stops. So it is expected that pioneers should go back to their mining app and mine again. That's one of the things that happen during the design process. That's one of the things they have done during the design process. Another design process that they came up with is referral. People who will be in your team is also another design that they made. And what else? Yes, so many of them, so many designs, the interface, your network, the number of miners that you have will be displaying on your screen. You understand? Number of miners. And of course, number of pies you have mined, number of miners, and number of pies that you have mined. So basically, that's just about the design. So each of these points is what you don't want to appear on your slides. But of course, you have it on your notes so that you don't forget as you're making your presentation. So you can have this note there right in your slides. So that's just an example for design. Then for distribution, of course, you can still go ahead and make your notes for distribution. You write what happens during distribution. Then I think how the pie is being halved. Every month pie is halved by what it is currently being mined. That is to show that each month it is being halved. So it means the number of pi you are able to mine in a month, in the following month, it will halve. You understand? So that's the distribution process. So it means every day that you mine your pi, what happens? The number keeps going down. You understand? So every day that you mine your pi, at the end of the day, what you have, what you mine for a month, the following month, you may not mine up to that amount. That's the meaning of the halving, which is, of course, the pattern of distribution and all of that. Then, of course, the trust graph, your connectivity, your network under you and all of that, those are part of the trust graph. So you may just want to have your full notes and, of course, you just go ahead and put all the notes that you need to help you remember your points. Basically, that's it. What will help you to remember your point, you can just have it as a note. But then you may not want your note to display to the audience. Maybe you may have a tab where you are making your presentation. You just want to but you have your notes to yourself, but what is being displayed on your projector is not showing your notes. Presently, what you're seeing now is you are seeing my note as I'm making this presentation because I'm using it to explain. Then if you go to display, now the note is not here. You're not seeing the note, but this is your screen. So if you're not seeing the note, that means you cannot use it. So what do you need to do? You need to show presenter's view. So there is an option here. Let me go back. Hide presenter's view. So there's an option here underneath your slides. If you look at it, this is next. Then of course, this is the other way next. Then you have a pointer, and this you can decide to pick your pointer here to describe. For example, you are seeing my pointer right now. So those are other options that are available. You can decide to pick board pen. You can also still decide to pick highlight. So I can decide to highlight this and all of that. So now then you have this to show your slides in another different pattern or section. Then of course you can decide to go back. Then you have here the option. So this is where you now see, let me pick a ball pen so that I can use it to describe. Yes. So this is where you now show presenter's view. So as soon as you click on presenter's view, what happened? Now you have your view to yourself. Then you have your notes. So you don't forget any point you want to make concerning this particular slide, for example. So that's what happened. Then of course, So now let me go back. So how do you now display your projector? Because what I did was my own view to show me. So if you're showing me my view, what will it show to the audience? So this is just basically projector. When you set up your projector, you can now go ahead and make those adjustments. So one of those things you can do is for you to do control, I think it's control window P, like it was mentioned in the last class. But for mine, let me see. I think it's shift window P. Yes, shift window P. When you extend, what happens is what you have on your screen is not what is being, it's not what is showing when you extend. So you're extending the main file and not your view. So when you say shift window P, I guess, no, control window P. So this is extend. When you say duplicate, it means what I have on my screen is what is being shared with the audience. That's what it means when you duplicate. It means I have it for myself and I also have it for the audience. And when you extend, it means you have your own view, and of course, the audience have their own view. And when you say second screen only, it means nothing will show on your computer, it will only show on the projector. So for the benefit of your making your presentation when you have a note, it is always important that you just use extend instead. So basically, I think that's just it for your slides. And of course, you can go ahead and beautify your slide in any way that you want at the end of the day. So let's go back to how you can now make video like this one. I am doing. Yes, so let me go to show you how you can make video like this one I'm doing. So the application I'm using presently for this video is Zoom application. So I have my camera from my device facing me, and at the same time, I am navigating through the system. So my camera is on the system, and what I'm being my slide is also on the system. And of course, the Zoom is also on the system. So that's one device for this system. But of course, for my camera to be clear, because of the system may not have a better camera, for my camera to be clear, I decided to use my device. Now, using my device, I only connected my device to the Zoom application. Then for some of us who are already familiar with how Zoom works, you can actually on your camera, you keep your camera on. So the only camera that is on now is the camera from my phone and not on the system because the system may not be clear enough. Okay, let me try and put on the one on the system so that you can see. Yes. All right, let me see if that can come up. But if it does not come up, okay. Aha. So this is the one from the system. You see, it's not clear enough. Yes, I'm kind of I'm having a dark face, so that's the camera. So even this will also work for you if you have a system, but of course, if you can also merge your phone with your Zoom, why not? You can just go ahead and do that the way I have done. So let me try to put back the other camera. Yes, so let me put on the other camera. Just a moment. Yes, so my phone camera is now on. You can see the clear difference. So if you want your video to be like this, I will urge you to like put your phone together with your system when you're making your presentation and record from your, of course, from your phone device. So how do you have a Zoom? What do you need to do to have a Zoom account? Of course, one thing you can do is for you to go and create one. When you create one, so let me also still share my screen so that I can show you what I am doing. So right now I want to create a Zoom account. So you just simply go to, so what you need to do is, of course, go to zoom.us. So it opens up. I believe you are seeing my screen. So it opens up. So this one already is Dexter Heroes Consulting Limited. That's what you're seeing. But of course, these are other accounts that you can log in. But in your own case, you need to sign up. You understand? Sign up. So when you sign up with your Gmail account, and of course you have an account. So by the time you have an account, fully registered, then you can now come back here and log in into your account. So let me do that. This can also be done on your phone. You can use your phone. So let's go. Young Solomon Godwin, my account is already there. It's already recognized. It stays in. Then of course I go ahead and sign in. So it's taking me in now. Yes. So this is my account after I've created my account. This is my account. So how do I start a Zoom meeting? You just click on meeting. If you're using a desktop, you click on meetings. And of course, so my Zoom account is not paid for. So I have just 40 minutes for me to run a meeting. So that's it. So you can actually schedule for a meeting. Just schedule for a meeting. Right now it's about 2:50 p.m. Let me just see. Yes, tutorial for Zoom. Yes, so this 3 p.m. and of course, how long should the meeting last? Let's say, let me just say 15 minutes. I can put 0 here, so 15 minutes. So what time should it start? Today is on the 12th, or December 21st, 2023. And the time it should start is, let's say, 2:52. 2:52. So you can do this, and of course you go ahead and save. Okay, later than the current time. Okay, it's because, all right, oh, this actually changed. It's supposed to be 250, let me say 2:53. So that's why I didn't save. Okay, it's saying I should enter. So just choose something, maybe 3 o'clock is fine. Then let's save, and I've saved it. Then when you come back, so now you have it. Now you have a scheduled meeting on Zoom, tutorial for Zoom. So what happened? So if you want to invite other people into the Zoom, you can just go ahead and of course you copy this invitation link. So this is the invitation link and you send to the person. So this link, once they click on it, it brings them to the Zoom session with you. But in your own case, you don't actually need to bring anybody into your Zoom session, except maybe you want them to actually monitor what you're doing. You can send them that invite, and of course they will come. Now, as you are making your presentation, all of these things is also being recorded only if you activate the record button. So what happened? So you come to your profile and go to meeting. So when you see meeting, now we have that meeting upcoming. So this is for you to start. And as soon as you start, the meeting will begin. Then the link, it will now be accessible. If I start this now, because I'm presently in another Zoom meeting, it may not go through. Let me see. You see, start new meeting. You will have to leave this meeting to start a new meeting. So I don't want to leave this meeting to start a new meeting. This is just to show you what it means to be running two sessions. So I don't want to leave this Zoom meeting. So now let's make progress. Now, once you are in, what you have something like this. Let me try and see if this can appear on the screen. I don't know if this is appearing on the screen. But then let's see. I think this should appear on the screen. This should appear on the screen. Okay, let me confirm if this is appearing on the screen before I go ahead. Okay, so what I have is not appearing on the screen. So let me close this. Let me close this. It's because I went to the web. So all right. So this is so once you are in on the Zoom meeting, for every account that you have created for yourself, you have access to 40 minutes recordings. So all you need to do, since you have 40 minutes, why not? And your presentation is just for 5 minutes, you can just go ahead. So there is option for you to record when you are in the Zoom meeting. There is option for you to actually record. You just navigate. It should be on your screen. You will see record. I don't know why this one is not showing. Let me see. Let me stop sharing screen and see if I can share something similar. Okay, let me share my other screen. Let me share the same screen. Let me check if it is showing. Okay, it's not showing. What I want to show is not showing. Yep, it's not showing. All right. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to make another video as regards how you can navigate around when it comes to recording of your session of when you're taking your assessment, when you're making your presentation, how you can of course go ahead and record what you are displaying. But of course, once your Zoom meeting has started, you also want to go ahead and share your slides. Remember, as soon as you log into the Zoom meeting, you need to share your screen. Now, you see, you're seeing me presently somewhere at the top right corner of this video. Yes, that's where you're seeing me right now. So my screen is the bigger version of what you're seeing on the screen. Yes, so what happened? What happened is that I shared my screen, and in sharing your screen, you need to share your slides. So that's the most important thing. Then your videos, that is your camera, can now come on at some part of your screen, just the way my own is presently. So for some of us who may not be too familiar with how to use Zoom, I'm also going to share a link on how you can use Zoom and of course share your screen. So basically, we have been able to see how we can make our yes, let me share that again. So these are options. So I'm trying to share. This is the screen I'm sharing. So yes, it's loading. Yeah. So we have been able to navigate around the PowerPoint slides, and we have been able to see different styles. So you see the note I made here. Look at it here. Is now presently here. So when you make notes, the note will appear in each of the slides, and in order for you to remember the point you want to make in some of the slides you have made. So you may also have another option of actually recording your videos like this, and of course your slide is in front of you. So you can either decide to submit 2 versions of your recordings or so. But basically, for the purpose of maybe when you are having a Zoom meeting and you want to display your slides, this actually works. So how you can connect Zoom to this so that at the end of the day, you have a video like this one, I'm going to share, I think I'm going to just look for how you can do that basically on Zoom. You understand? So thank you very much. And I hope all of this helps in preparation for your assessment. Thank you.